Okay. So I have 10 more summons. I'm gonna do 10 more. Probably add this to another set. I'll probably save all these and just like smush them all together into one big video with all the summons. But I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I'm notoriously bad at waiting. So I got the other six from here. So I just spent all that stuff on here. So we'll do six. Yeah, that should be a 10 summon. Um, for you guys who already saw the first one, we burned a pity. I don't think we're gonna. Yeah, it's not gonna be. It'll show you. It kind of zooms in on the TVs. That's good. Another Minato. I haven't built Minato yet. I'm still working on it. All the stuff I pre-farmed was just for Vivian. I didn't get Vivian, so now here we go. I have to go farm stuff for Coleta, and I have to farm stuff for Minato. We only have so much stamina, so it is what it is. But anyway, yeah, we'll see the next set later.
Yunquei Summit disciple Pan Yinhu is honored to meet you.
Need my help? We're all friends. No need to be so formal.
Your place is nice. Time to kick back and chillax.
Alright, so new Deadly Assault rotation. I'm not going to be doing a first run this time because I got kind of antsy. I got a little impatient. And I just went to go do it just because I wanted to use Vivian in something. For those of you who saw the... If you watched the beginning part, I have Vivian now, so we can kind of show her off. I'm still getting the hang of using her. She's not maxed out. Before I pulled for Vivian, you guys had seen that I had pulled Coleta, so I spent a bunch of stuff on Coleta. I felt like I had enough for Vivian as well, but I didn't, so... I had mostly everything. I'm just, 3 levels off. But this is her build. I don't have any skill ups on her. I don't really know what to skill up. I use her basic attacks because I'm sure they're what she uses to help when she's off field. Otherwise, I'm going to have to level them all up eventually, but just, I wasn't sure what to... Especially because she's an anomaly unit. She doesn't use a lot of these, so they don't really, the boosts don't really matter. Let's see. Yeah, more days, more damage. It's like, it doesn't really matter. When you do Yuzuha's skills, hers are important because right here, down here, if you don't have this leveled up all the way, it gives you reduced time on how long the Sweet Scare duration lasts, so... But yeah, nothing, I don't know, I didn't feel like reading all her skills, so you guys are about to see me play her kind of, probably some subpar, so it's like usual, I'm just going to show off the build here at the beginning of the, whatever, about 200 normal mastery. Attack is going to be a little higher. It might be close to 3,000. I'm not sure. Proficiency is kind of where it's at. These are her level ups. This is only going to give her more attack and make these pop a little harder. So 15%. Yeah. Oh, wait. This is the build I have on her. What else? Yeah, I think what you could do, because this is a Jane, Vivian, what's her name? I forgot her name. Was her Yuzuha build team? You might be able to run her on like a 4-piece Astro Voice or something. I don't know if that's worth it. I mean, it probably could be. I'll have to test it out. For right now, I'm just running her on this, but it might be good to put her on like an Astro Voice, but we'll see. Here's Yuzuha, same as usual. The only skills you need level up are the ones, her ult or whatever. All these have some kind of bonus that is tied to the level ups. Run her on the new support set. The set doesn't really matter, but I guess I'll show it off. You just want to hit 3,000 attack. And this is the weapon I have her on. And lastly, we have Jane. My Jane's gotten a little better, 470, 192 plus 2,300. Anomaly Mastery, Physical, and Proficiency here. I got pretty lucky with this piece and this piece, so these are going to stay here for a while. This piece also got pretty lucky. Getting 3 attack rolls is fantastic. It's going to be a really long time before I can replace any of this stuff. The only one I can replace is probably this one, but it's really not worth it. For what, another 9, so like 480 anomaly proficiency. Where she's at, she's fine for now. So yeah, anyway, let's get in there. Here, so obviously I'm going with this buff. Proficiency increased by 40. Reduced defense. This is something that's kind of interesting that I noticed. Despite how much AP everybody has and the fact that we're using Yuzuha for build-up, I still can't seem to get this. So if anybody, again, a lot of the reason I post these videos is to get input from other people. So if anybody has any advice on why I'm losing this, not hitting the 5,000 on that bonus, by all means, let me know. But like I said, this is just mainly to show you how I play this matchup, and you guys can kind of give me some advice. My hands are like, I don't know what to do because I don't have Seth here. Oh, that was a mistake. This is all a mistake. It's a little harder. I don't know if it's harder. Maybe it's just a skill issue, but it feels a little harder to manage her bloom feathers. Because I constantly have to switch back and look at Vivian. It might just be like an intuition thing, because I probably after a while of playing Seth, you get kind of used to when you have to come in and do his charge attack, or when you have to come in to do his EX special. You know what I mean? You get kind of used to it. So for Vivian right now, it just feels a little clunky, trying to make sure I have her guard feathers up, because I'm always distracted by where her energy's at, where her feathers are. I want all her guard feathers or whatever from that, but that thing knocks him out of that mode, which I don't know if that's, like I said, I don't know if it might be better that he's in or out of that mode. I pulled that ult too soon. Or too late. I guess I'm more just too late. I missed that dodge. I knew I missed that dodge as soon as I missed it too. So sad. I'm just gonna burn ult here, because why not? I can't pop stun! I'm just ulting because I'm running out of time. May as well get it in, you know. But yeah, so that's kind of what it looks like when I play Vivian. So if anybody has any thoughts on what's kind of missing, obviously there's a few missed inputs in there in terms of dodges and all that kind of stuff. But I think probably 30,000 is the highest I can get on this boss with this team, assuming I don't fix that. The performance points. I think if I were to get 5,000 plus just raw effort, you know, well, based on what I did here, it was 25 plus 5,000 would be 30. But if I increase my effort a little bit, I think I could probably hit maybe 37 here, and then if I get 5,000 here, it gets me up to, 27 here, it gets me up to like 32. I'm wondering if I can hit 35 on this boss. I'm not entirely sure, but I'll have to work at it. Like I said, Vivian's new, so I have to figure out what to do with her. How to play her properly. Again, it's just managing her guard feathers, which aren't that, or I don't know which one they're called, but just her feather things. Because you have to get one feather, and then the feather turns into another feather. I don't know why they have to turn into another feather. I don't know why they didn't just give them to you. Because when she gets feathers, like if you press her EX special, it gives her 2 dot feathers. Then she flies in the air, and if you swap off of her, or if you just press any button while she's in the air floating, she crashes down and doesn't move, which turns those feathers into the other feathers. Why not just give me the other feathers? You know what I mean? Like, it's just a weird, like, I don't understand why that's put there. It's just a weird intermediary step for no real reason. Just have her give me the feathers and then have her do what she does with the feathers anyway, right? Why have them transform like that? But anyway, that's just a personal rant. But yeah, so, which is pretty good, I think, this team. This team gets me, 7,000 more than if I had Seth, because Seth, I can only hit like 21 on this boss consistently every time he comes around. Ever since they updated him to require a lot of, I don't know if they updated him. Maybe I just didn't notice before, but ever since he needed a lot of disorders, I've been kind of struggling with him using Seth, because Seth doesn't, for one, he can't trigger his disorders because he has to be on field, and the more field time he takes up to actually like pop the disorder with a heavy hit, the more time you're wasting. But anyway, he's not really I don't have to worry about him anymore because now I have Vivian. But yeah, like I said, for some reason I can't hit the 5,000 points. So if anybody has any thoughts on what's going on with that, feel free to let me know. What else? I guess that's everything. I think the build, increasing Vivian's build or changing her build very much isn't going to change a whole lot. I'm missing a little bit of attack. But and a little bit of scaling on this. It's not terrible, but okay, it's not. I don't think it's a big enough a deal that I'm missing 0.05% from here to here. So and then I'm missing some scaling on this. But from what I've heard, the scaling doesn't do a whole lot of damage anyway. So the point being that I think this is about as good as she's going to get in terms of her build anyway. So what that performance you saw there, it's probably just gonna be easy to hit 30K when I finally max her out, but we'll see how that is. I guess in other news, I forgot where I got a bunch of little standard banner pulls. I'm getting close to the selector ticket, which is good, but I got a bunch of standard banner pulls, and I actually got, where is she? Grace. So obviously, since I just upgraded Kaleida, Kaleida is actually pretty fun. I kind of like her kit and everything about her, so I'm glad I got her. I'm swapping this. I'm going back and forth between this and Steam Oven. I'm pretty sure Steam Oven's better, but I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, the point being that yeah, between Vivian and Kaleida, obviously I don't have enough for Grace right now, but eventually I'd like to get Grace leveled up because I just think it'd be a fun team. Let's see if I can go. Well, I guess I can't. I like having the teams laid out. I don't know if there's a way to go to that directly, but anyway, what does this do? Nope. I have Grace, and I have now Seth. Kind of doesn't have anything to do anymore, which means I have to swap this over to you. Seth is kind of homeless at this point because there's no one who's going to use him. But Seth and Grace can go together with what's her name here, Rena. So these three together can make a pretty solid team because Rena extends shock duration. She does more damage. Not to mention, if I do pull her weapon, the fusion compiler, it gives her 24% pen ratio. This is just a temporary. I'm just having this here, but because I don't have fusion compiler, just anything else will do. But if I get her weapon, I put it on her. It gives her 24% pen ratio. Plus, you run a pen ratio disc here, gets her to 48%. Plus, the two piece is 48. What is 56%? Plus, Rena gives out, once you have her to M1, which I do have M1 on Rena, if I can find her, M1 on Rena, her bonus does more. So she gives out about 40% pen ratio. So yeah, it's about 90%, 95% on what's her name? On Grace. So, I think it'll be fun to build her, but that's going to be way down the line. First of all, I have to get Vivian's build better. I have to increase that over time. I need to... What else did I need to do? Obviously, I need to get Kaleida up to snuff. She has no skill ups. That's her main thing. Everything else is fine, but she has no skill ups. I heard somebody say that you shouldn't go up to F. You should just stay at E. But it doesn't really matter. I just may as well do it, But yeah, so that's kind of the plans going forward. Is I'd like to eventually have a Grace team, which that also does bring up the question for me of down here. How do I look at this? Who am I pulling out of this? Who can use more merges is the question. I might do a video on that later or something, just talk about it in a separate video, but now I gotta just decide who. Because the only, I have her, I have him, and I had her. Originally, my debate was either I pull Grace or I pull Kaleida. It was mainly just leaning towards Grace because I didn't really care about Kaleida. But now that I have Kaleida, I'm glad I have her. So now the question is, I'm not going to get Nekomata. Though, maybe I should get Nekomata in case I lose a 50-50. Next time I'll get, what are they? These record signal things up here. The residual signals. You get more if you already have a copy of them. So I don't know, I might just get her just to get that over with, but I think I'd like to get a merge first. I already have Rena. Her first one is really the most important one. If I can... Second one isn't bad, but it's not very good. She just does more damage. It's who cares? The other thing is, the Grace, Rena, Seth team isn't super great just because mono... Anomaly teams aren't really that good except for Miyabi, but that's also because Miyabi's a damage dealer, and she has the permafrost combo. But for everyone else, you really need disorder. You have to supplement whatever you're doing with disorder. So I might just have her with Seth, and I'll have to find some other anomaly support unit at some point. Anyway, that's it for today. Just Like I said, I got antsy yesterday. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday or the day before that because I pulled Vivian and I was just like excited to use her on something and the assault had reset. So, but yeah, that's kind of just the runs. Again, as I said, if anybody has any advice they can give me or tell me what I'm doing wrong, by all means, leave it in the comments section. All right. Well, see you guys next time.